We are back yet again on Fantasy Football on 5, the most reputable fantasy channel on YouTube. Last video was our early mock drafts. This video will be our final mock drafts, I guess.
So you haven't seen last week's video, hit the big red button below. Alright, so just like last video, we're going to do picks 1 through 10 first. I made several changes, including putting Jared Goff at number 1 over Carson Wentz. So following Goff, I have Wentz, Jalen Ramsey, Joey Bosa, Vernon Hargreaves, Laremy Tunsil, Ronnie Stanley, DeForest Buckner, Kevin Dodd, and Ezekiel Elliott.
Alright, from 1 through 10, I have Carson Wentz, still my number 1 pick, unlike you, because I'm smart. Jared Goff at number 2, I have Laremy Tunsil at San Diego. Dallas got Joey Bosa. Jalen Ramsey falls to Jacksonville. Ronnie Stanley to Baltimore. Vernon Hargreaves. Then DeForest Buckner, Kevin Dodd, and Ezekiel Elliott. I have to say, I think Carson Wentz is going to be the number 1 overall pick, and I've said it all along.
Well, somebody has to disagree, because isn't that what sports talk is about? Disagreeing with your friends.
Alright, for picks 11 through 20, we'll start off. I have Leonard Floyd going to Chicago, then Sheldon Rankins, then Eli Apple, Reggie Ragland, Jack Conklin, Mackenzie Alexander, Von Bell, Miles Jack, Darren Lee, and Paxton Lynch.
11 through 20, I have Sheldon Rankins. Just kidding, I have Leonard Floyd, Sheldon Rankins, Eli Apple, Reggie Ragland, Jack Conklin, Taylor Decker, Shaq Lawson, Miles Jack, Darren Lee, and Paxton Lynch. Now, Miles Jack, as you all know, is projected to be a top 5 or so pick. The doctors have, I guess, diagnosed him with osteochondral, some knee problem or whatever. I'm not medical, but I expect his draft stock to fall, and I have him at 18 to Indianapolis.
I have Sheldon Rankins back up to the number 12 spot, which I had previously in a few of my other mocks. It's been quoted that he is the most boring player in this draft, meaning he is the most consistent player. He never, ever ends up not doing the best he can on every play. So that is the player you're going to want, and New Orleans, I think, is going to pick him up. For this segment, we're both going to talk about one player that we want to go more into detail about. I'm going to go with Shaq Lawson. I have him slotted at 29 to the Arizona Cardinals. A lot of people are wondering why he's so low. Because initially they projected him anywhere from like 11 to 17 in a lot of mocks. But his draft stock recently has just plummeted. They have realized that there are a few problems that come along with him. And there are other better defensive ends that don't have nearly as many issues.
Personally, I have Lawson at 17 to Atlanta, because I think him and Vic Beasley on the two sides is going to create a lot of havoc in the NFC South. I'm going to talk about Eli Apple. I have him at number 13 to Miami, and I've had him there in most of my mocks. Miami is really desperate at the corner position after losing Brent Grimes, and all they have right now is, I think, Antoine Blake and Bryce McCain. And speaking from a Steelers perspective, because I know they both were on the Steelers at one point, they were trash. So Eli Apple's definitely a real need there. He's a real speedy guy from Ohio State. So I expect him to fit really well with their system, because Brent Grimes is a real speedy guy too. So picks 21 through 31, I have as follows: Jerron Reed, Corey Coleman, Laquan Treadwell, Josh Doctson, so a bit of a run on receivers there. William Jackson III, Robert Nkemdiche, Andrew Billings, Mackenzie Alexander, Kendall Fuller, Cody Whitehair, Jermaine Ifedi, and that really, the last 10 or so picks really hasn't changed for me, except for Laquan Treadwell falling back.
Starting out, I have Jerron Reed to Washington, then Corey Coleman, Laquan Treadwell, Josh Doctson, William Jackson III, Ashawn Robinson, Andrew Billings, Kendall Fuller, Shaq Lawson, Cody Whitehair, and Jermaine Ifedi. Now, I have Laquan Treadwell falling down to Minnesota, which is the first time I've had that happen, but I am so grateful as a Minnesota fan because I think he could be our number 1 receiver for years to come.
Speaking of receivers, I have Corey Coleman going to Houston. I have him rising 2 spots from Cincinnati. Coleman's a real speedy guy and will match up perfectly with Hopkins on the other side, so watch out there. Alright, that was Fantasy Football on 5. Thank you for watching. We live our fantasy news in 5 minutes less because honestly, who would want to watch a 30-minute video on this topic?
Amen.
Alright, this was our finale for our mock drafts. We're gonna try to live stream the draft.
Yeah, we will post a short video letting you know when and where to go for that.
It'll either be on here, on YouTube, or on Twitch. So stay tuned for that, and don't forget to subscribe.